Hey, what is up guys, it's Emenalus and welcome back to possibly the last episode of Noben's Road to 60. Now, as you may remember from the last time we were doing this, we actually went all the way from 54 to 58, and also in the beginning, we also had some discussion about banking, and also I introduced a little bit more about the economy, and of course showed like how much Noben's wealth has increased since the last episode. As you may notice right off the bat here is that I am actually currently in a party with 3 people in it. And that's because I am actually continuing from where I left off on the last episode, aka I'm finally going to be making myself a guild for bank space. What you see here right now is me, and there's also the character I tried to have on my last time from my main account Leprous. And then I also made a third character on my Ringmaster's account called Honoa, or Honoa. It is supposed to be a little bit Japanese, but still, with that being said, my attempt here is to make a guild again and see how to do this. And there we go! Our guild is finally completed. All we had to do was create guild after our first failure, and now we have it done. So yes, this was probably caused by the fact that the other character was from the same account, and that prevented me from actually forming the guild. But now with that being out of the way, we finally have our guild, and now our job here is to actually name it. And I think I will I'm gonna try to give it like a name title of some sorts, like something that, you know, what is the title I would represent Noben as, or any character under the guild? I'm gonna try if I can call this guild Vault Breaker. Would be cool if it could be like Vault Breaker Noben. There we go. Alright, cool. Sick! I actually didn't think that guild would actually be open. Or that guild name. Alright, cool. So now we have the guild Vault Breaker with Noben in it. And now his name is basically Vault Breaker Noben. Last thing we could also do at some point is adding a logo. But we don't do anything with the logo right now. We have to get to level 3 first so we can unlock that. It is the logo that you see on basically every other guild here. Like this one in the Lucky Guild. That little cool logo with a spinning whirl on it. There's 20 or 25 different options we can pick from. And I'll pick that later. But mainly now the point here is that we now have guild bank space. And as you can see, this thing is humongous. There is, if that's 7 times 6, that's 43 slots of space. And that will be very useful if we want to fill out this space with all kinds of stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start already putting these items here. I'm gonna be using this as a public banking space between all the characters that are in the Vault Breaker guild. I don't think I'll have anybody else be the guild aside from Noben and maybe Zoomies. Anybody else that's listed here will get kicked out because they are not an important part of the whole process. But either way, now this makes it so that I can have this bank space, ease of access between all the characters that are in the guild, as long as I give them the permissions to do so, which is very easy. There we go. Whew, that was a lot of stock, my god. But our bank almost got filled here. I think I'm just gonna also like put a couple more items in there just to fill it completely because I have nowhere else to put this. Like my own personal bank that basically consists of everything that is personal to me it's all there, and there's nothing else I can fit in there, sadly. And me trying to put this here too wouldn't work out, sadly. But we can actually wait. I can actually take the flasks and stuff out of here so we can make some more space. So I can put like my Blackeen helmet and maybe also the Blackeen suit from there in here as well. So this way we'll have just enough space and everything should be out of the way. Yeah, I don't think I will be needing anything else. My pink balloons are still healthy enough. Yeah, it hasn't been too many days since I last recorded. Like, I'm recording this on Monday, which is obviously a few days before the episode actually gets released. But that's because I haven't had the spare time and because I don't think this episode will be as long as the others. I think I can just go on directly with this. But yeah, now that that's out of the way, we can just mainly now focus on the guild itself and not use Zoomies too much as bank space. I think I'll still have to use him for extras because obviously the guild already got filled. But we can increase the bank space of the guild by adding levels to it, by adding some spare quest items we don't need. Honestly, I might as well do that now. Because, let's be honest, I do not need so many droils unless somebody already bought them. I don't think anybody did. Nope, yeah. So, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pick everything except 40 of these because we need 40 for the quest. And I'm gonna use this button here. I click support and click quest items to turn these in. And I'm gonna also put in 2 million Penia because guild leveling also needs Penia in order to work out. So we just do this. And as we notice here, our guild bank space got increased by 5 because the guild's level increased by 5. So each level you get, you get an extra guild slot. Now that we got those out of the way, and because those things don't sell, we can now make ourselves a logo. And yeah, there's 20 options to choose from, which is pretty cool. But which would be a good vault breaker? I think this cross or the lion would be cool, or even this maybe. It looks like an aegis or a shield of some sorts. These are actually honestly pretty good logos. I've always went with the heart one, or the one that looks like a heart. It's kind of like been my iconic community guild thing. I think I'll go with this. I think this looks pretty nice. Yeah. That has like the certain, you know, steampunky or like dark flavor to it. I like it. I kind of like, I think it kind of fits the Vault Breaker theme in a way. I don't know why. It just fits the name Vault Breaker. But yes, I'm gonna now actually give some permissions to some of these characters because I won't have anyone else here. I'm just gonna, you know, give them all the permissions they can. And I'm gonna quickly just log on into Zoomies real quick to get him invited to the guild. So all we gotta do is that I'm gonna use one of the people that are in the guild right now to invite Zoomies into it. Then I can kick the rest out of the guild, and then it's gonna be a guild between just Noben and Zoomies. I also fixed the problem that I had with the money with Zoomies. As you can see here, I have exactly 95,000. This is because I gave all the money that Zoomies already had away to my main account, and instead I sent 100,000 from Noben exclusively, so this is completely fine. But yes, I have this Leprous character here. I'm gonna use him to invite Zoomies into the guild, and there we go. Now we can access the guild bank as well, and all we gotta do is just go back to Noben. I can close the other windows now. I will no longer be needing them. I'll just kick Konoha and Leprous from the guild. They are not meant to be here. Kick that. Yeah, and kick that. So now it's just us two, Noben and Zoomies, all in the same guild bank. I think the irony here is like the fact that it's called Vault Breaker, it's like a guild bank. But yeah, now that's sorted out, gladly, and we already got like some extra spaces in there, which is very nice. But now that that little foreplay is out of the way, let's actually move on to our actual mission here. So as you may remember, we actually got this new level 58 quest we can grab from the Mayor of Sane City, and this is the one for killing the Iblis Guardian one last time. And the reward for doing this is 35% experience. All we gotta do just to kill a freaking chicken. I'm hungry for KFC now. We actually don't have KFC in Finland, by the way, but let me dream. People talk so much good about it. How can I not be interested in finding out how it tastes like? Yeah, let me actually grab the Blinking Medical for this one, just to make this a little bit faster. And we're gonna use the Town Blink to get out of the later. But after this, I've really had to buy myself some proper blink wings. I have been avoiding that like a plague for this entire time, but I think it's a good time we finally got ourselves some proper town blink wings, now that we are not poor anymore. Yeah, very nostalgic to be coming back here. Lovely to see you, Iblis Red Autumn, but you're not my target for today. I remembered that the Iblis Guardian was Wind Elemental. No, Fire Elemental. I don't have a weapon that's even suitable against him at the minute. I only have neutral damage still, but it's good. We did it last time just fine. We should be able to do it just easy even now. Oh, there's another Ringmaster here. Don't know if their intention is to kill that thing. Oh, that does make my life a bit harder though. I think I'm just gonna switch channels to kill this one. Alright, Iblis Guardian. We'll spar once again. But you will be reminded that you were never match against me. Oh yeah, your abilities don't hurt at all anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna go straight for it. I'm not even gonna care. Maybe it starts throwing a lot of those fire bolts, then I will move away, but for the basic attacks, I won't even bother moving at all anymore. He does not pose me a threat any longer. Or, I don't know. Am I supposed to call that a him? A her? I'm guessing it's a him. Anyway, the flame geysers do hurt. If I actually got hit properly by all of those three, it could actually be deadly. But yeah, here we are. We are already almost at the end here. 35% XP is soon to be mine. Oh, okay, this... Man, this one almost died, but didn't quite. Man, I thought I could do that before it did that ability. But oh well, we're good. We're good now. That's done. I'll grab that, I guess, and then I'll take the money. Let's go back to the Mayor's Sane City, get myself 35% XP, and then comes the last push. The last stretch into level 60. Now, thank you very much for your patronage. I very much appreciate all the work we have been doing together, but it is my time to finally leave this town. Not even bother a second longer. Well, I guess I'm going to Flaris and going to meet my old pals Waltz and Drillus. I honestly don't know even now, like, which one I should go for, rather, but I guess trying them both out is a good idea. Let me double check in Flaris, like, what do we actually have to do? Or do we have still any consumables we can use, aside from these flasks upcut stones and power scrolls. Because any extra power we can have on this last push is gonna be more than welcome at this point. I think I'll be actually using flat out 2 hours worth of flasks and upcut stones, amps, whatever. It's gonna be a very long push. But yeah, let me see here. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, no, it doesn't look too good. We only got mainly like HP-based items or defensive items, which we don't really need. We are surviving just fine. Our balance are still running. Okay, so we got nothing else in terms of consumables. That's okay. We're just gonna go with what we have, and then we're gonna also look for a party that will hold us until we reach the required level. That one's level 22. It says active duo only, so I don't think I'm welcome there. But let's try this one. Hey! Is it okay if I solo here? Seems like there's a couple other solos here too, so I think that's gonna be okay. I kind of need a party in order to make this process a lot quicker. And also for some bonus loot. Bonus loot is always nice. Yeah. It's kind of weird. I think this will be my last flight from Flaris to Darken as Noben. It's kind of somber in a way. It is somehow like I'm glad that this grind is meeting its end. But at the same time, like all the experiences, all the time I've put into this character, it kind of like feels like it leaves some sort of an empty void inside, in a certain way. To think that the pleasant time with him is at its last legs. But well, we have been expecting this ever since episode 1 came out. It has been Road to 60 after all, and well, that time is to be today. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of testing before we start actually amping and stuff. I will do my one last check if Captain Volts or Drillers are better. I'm still expecting Drillers to be better, but who knows. Also, me, not having the baby Cobra kind of sucks at this point. I wish I would have had enough time for me to actually have him, even for the last episode, but I didn't quite make it. I would have had to do that like in the middle of the weekend, but I was so busy for the weekend, I sadly could not make it. But it's okay. We'll just pick up whatever I deem necessary. Won't pick up anything unimportant. Mostly just like weapon drops, armor drops, anything that's worth something in the shops. Everything else I'll just leave on the ground. We're getting 0.1024 per kill. It is not much, but it's something. And we're killing these in, was it 7 shots? Yeah, 7 shots normally. 7 shots, 0.1024. Now let's go check out the Captain Vaults. See if the numbers there add up. Yeah, there's so little small vaults here, there's barely any left. But I like the Captain Vault's density a little bit. There's a lot more here. Not the best amount, but still much more manageable than small vaults are. It seems that the damage that I'm doing that I could 9-shot these. So, not too much different. Yeah, 9-shot these. 9-shot these. And the final XP that we're getting from these creatures is 0.13 something. That is again a very tough choice. A very tough choice. 0.1344. That is pretty much a 30% increment. As to killing is taking a little bit longer. I think because we already have more than enough Droils and because we'll have to find some Amperes as well, I think I will stick to Volts here, even though they probably are not the best, but at least it gives some more extra money. And since I'm killing a lot less, then I'm unlikely to be stuck with spawning. So yeah. Let's put the real show on the road, put on our amps, power scrolls, everything, and let's get the last grind on the move. Alright, our last damage is just about 3k. We can just about 6-shot these things. So I think I would like 5-shot Trillis, maybe. I don't think I would exactly 4-shot them. So I think with that notion, I think this is actually a good choice. But yes, it is finally time for Noben to do his last push. Excitement is in the air, the grind is on. And all we gotta do is push to the task's end. I'm sure that if Noben had his own emotions, he would be most excited about this opportunity as well. Everything that stands for him as a blade, all that represents him in his future, is already there, waiting for him to claim his prize. All he gotta do is just get that 150% XP. Which, if you think about it right now, we're getting 0.20% XP per kill. If we were directly calculating that, we would have to kill like 1500 monsters. I would get less XP at level 59, but then again, I would also have to turn in Royals. But regardless, I'll have to make quite a lot of kills. But hey, we got the time for it. It is a little bit late for me right now, honestly, but I bit my time on the fact that it will be fairly quick for me to finish this episode with Noben, so I can do this before it hits quiet time in my apartment. Just for reference, I only have 2.5 hours before quiet time starts in my apartment. After that, it's gonna be a little bit of a danger zone for me to be recording, especially if I intend to start screaming. Picking up stuff again from the ground is a little bit droll, but this was to be expected. Me not having a pickup pet really does suck. It would be nice if I did manage to get it at some point, but I mean, even the temporary ones over here, they're like incredibly expensive. Like if you look into the Flyff shop, there are like some temporary ones you can buy. But they are definitely not of the best value. Where was the Penia shop again? Penia, there we go. Yeah, Penia. Here we go. Yes, 15-day pickup pet costs 14 million. And with the amount of time that I actually put into Noben on a regular basis, I'm not gonna get much out of the 40 million. I could make that money easily, but it would take a lot of time to catch up. And I don't think it's worth it just for a couple hours of grinding. No temporary ones, because those will just be forever bringing my money, and I will never get my actual pickup pet that way. Yeah, it seems like I did not get kicked from the party, even though I am just playing solo. I did ask, and nobody responded to me, so I feel like it's okay. And well, I am most grateful, because that means that I won't have to spend most of my time looking for parties, or end up in a situation where there is no party available, and I would be just doing regular damage. But yeah, considering how much things I've actually had to be doing today, I'm actually surprised I even managed to get myself the time to be playing with this character. But since I did notice that I still have a 3-4 hour punched hole into my schedule, I decided that it might be a better idea for me to do this now. Because of course, like, if I want to upload this video in good time and leave myself some spare time to actually deal with it, and not just like have to do it like a day or two before, I think it's a perfect time for me to do it. But I'm surprised that I got to do this now. I wasn't exactly prepared for this, but when I noticed the time I had, I was like, okay, let's just do it, boys. Let's just do it. I want to see Noben hit level 60. I'm pretty sure everyone else out there also wants to see him hit level 60. And it would definitely be a milestone after months of work. I did mention this before, but I'm very thankful that everyone has been so accepting, so interested in the series of Noben leveling to 60. When I first started out with this one, I honestly had no idea how far this would go. My expectations were very low at the beginning. I expected this series to just fall down as soon as it comes out, that there would barely be anyone watching this. But eventually it reached a point where Noben's journey touched thousands of people, and even on a daily basis, I just get reminded that thank you for making this series. I love the series that you've made, and it's honestly been such a wonderful experience for me, and I'm really happy that I ended up making it. After all, I think what's important about content creation is also just trying out new things. Not being too afraid of like trying out something new. It is harder and harder the more viewers you have, the more dedicated of a fan base you have. Like, introducing anything new might be met with sudden cancellation. But I think it is important for a YouTuber to also just make discoveries, be daring. Also, diversity is what makes your viewers tangible, and also makes you realize like what viewers are there to watch your content, and not just for that one particular thing they came for. Of course, there's nothing bad with viewers wanting exactly what they came for, but also just, you know, having people that are there to just watch what you do, just because it is you. I think that's also something that I find incredibly valuable. Going forward, I also do want to explore opportunities beyond also Flyff. Even now I do with my Moonlighter series. Of course, that's still like a little bit of a beta thing. Something that I'm still like doing very minorly in the background, because I think it would be way too early for me to expect anybody from my channel to just suddenly just shift into just about anything I make. But it is my dream. It is my hope that I would turn into playing more RPG games on my channel, making myself into a YouTuber that is pretty much about RPG games, survival strategy games, all the kind of sort of stuff. Something that, you know, covers the whole kind of gradient that fits the RPG theme. I make tons of videos about them. Games that I like, games that I think everybody else would like, and just, you know, share my choice with the world. But yeah, currently, because I am playing like in the evening, this is also like peak hours for most people playing, because people are coming out of work, they've got some spare time they want to use on playing the game. So if there's anybody else from the player base that could be coming here to maybe chat with me, or maybe some support that needs some leveling, then it could be a good time for somebody to be facing me now. As you can see here, there's already somebody playing there, assuming that is not a bot. Oh yeah, no, I think they're dual logging. They got a support, they are doing insane damage, and they're playing a mercenary, so yeah, that is definitely not one player just dual clienting. At least I'm not alone here. Maybe I'll get to have a little bit of a company here. while I'm leveling. Oh look, there's also another ranger or acrobat. I don't know which one it is. Can I see that, or are they just too far away? I think they might be too far away. Oh, never mind. Oh, just a fresh level 60 ranger. Nice. Well, I wish them good luck with their whole ranger leveling experience. Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes and I already got myself to 68%. Not a bad pace. So that means that I'm getting like 50% in like 30 minutes. I'm saying it's gonna be just about 2 hours of leveling and we'll be there. Maybe 2 hours would actually be a little bit pessimistic because there are tutorials that I gotta turn in. So it's gonna be fairly easy to do. But with the scaling that comes from level 59, I believe that 2 hours might be a very accurate estimate. So maybe I won't get into trouble for filming this video at 8 p.m. Yeah, hopefully. I don't want to die. Just because I wanted to finish the video. But I mean, that is the challenge of also making very long episodes. Like, I mean, of course, nobody ever told me that I have to make this episode so long. But there's also the reality that I feel like it has to be this long for the video to have this sort of like progression into it. To feel like you did something in that one episode. If I was like recording for 1 hour, made like a 20-minute episode, that is just barely like any dirt in the water. If I was like leveling for 1 hour now, I would just maybe get a level or something and then leave it at that. That would barely feel like anything. But with the lengths of episodes I've made now, I feel like every single time Noben had like, you know, taken one big step forward. And that made each episode kind of feel unique in a way. I never really like followed the guidance of taking 3 hours to make a video. Like the first time I recorded, I wasn't really sure how long I would be taking. But it's eventually turned into the way that I did start taking 3-4 hours to record videos because that just felt the most natural. Now it's gonna feel so weird to be making this shorter than the previous episodes though, because I just won't have enough content to make it into 3 hours of recording. Maybe if I'm gonna be upgrading the final set at the end, then that's gonna take some extra time. But that's gonna be maybe, if I wanna include that. But I mean, I think it would be a great experience to make Noben 60, get him to Blade, and then just see his new attire just fully finished, and see like what his final stats and his final power is. Would be pretty cool, huh? Look forward to it at the end. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest about the guild bank thing, by the way. I wasn't really sure about this. I have always thought that when you turn in the guild quest and you actually fail it, you cannot do that ever again on the character because the quest just disappears. There is no way to repeat the quest. But I don't know if it used to be a thing back in the day too, that there was actually this like create guild button at the bottom if you did fail it for the first time. Or if you leave the guild you had and you wanted to make a new one with the same character. I don't know if it was always there. But at least in Flyff universe it is. I found out about it. I read up about it and I was like, okay, well, maybe I could give this a chance, and very happy that it turned out exactly the way I was expecting it to. I'm not so stuck with so little bank space anymore. I never really did any kind of guild warehouse banking kind of thing before. I always just like went with my own bank space, used my characters if I needed to. And mostly just like kept everything with me in my banks. Or in characters. Like my ringmaster, for example, is just a huge item trash can. She got so many random items that I need to sell or I'm just banking because my ringmaster doesn't loot anything. She's basically like a portable bank to me, which is why it's convenient. But I felt like in Noben's case I didn't have this opportunity, so I had to like somehow improvise and make it something that I think just about any player could do, and here we are. Again, I made this oversimplified by using my own characters to make this, but really, if you ask anyone that doesn't have a guild to like join you to make a guild, I think it would be okay. If they're asking for a little compensation, I don't think it should be too expensive. If you already have 3 millions in hand to even be created the guild in the first place. Maybe like $1 million a pop, and you're good to go. Maybe I could inconvenience the guy with some buffs. Hey there, mind if I inconvenience you for some buffs? Oh, thank you. I recommend using haste on your ringmaster first for faster buffs. Thanks a bunch though. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Oh, let's see how much. Yeah, 88.5% attack speed, maximum haste, maximum beef up, maximum heap up too. There's no accuracy, but they also got maximum patience. Not bad buffs, honestly. If they already got the hit rate covered, then that's okay too. But I feel like accuracy and quickstep would also be really good investments in terms of points. And also maybe like getting mental sign for the ringmaster for longer buffs and possibly better int scaling. As you may remember, every 25 int you have on your ringmaster or on your assist, you get an extra scaling point on your buffs. So mental sign, because it gives you intellect or int, it also contributes to this. So basically having max mental sign is pretty much always a free int scaling bonus. So you want to take it if you have the extra points. I think this is very cool though. I actually now 5 or 6 shot these things. I sometimes do 5 shot them actually. I don't think I do it consistently. No, I don't. But if I do crit ones properly, I actually do 5 shot them, which is very nice. If there's also like somebody else that joins you to the party, it might go above that. But man, even having these buffs is just a blessing at this point. So very much appreciate somebody helping me this much. Nice, there's so much good loot, level 64 weapons and second job armor pieces. If I could find those gauntlets still, that would be nice. Then I would have the whole traditional blade set ready. And man, I can imagine already. I don't even have to be a blade to wear a guardian axe. So I can already wear the first one when I get into the level 60 chop change quest. I'm actually looking forward to how much damage that's gonna be doing. Because the base damage is like 240 to 480. I mean 240 to 280. And then the +5 on it. Man, it's gonna be one hell of a weapon. And if it's like the correct element, also the +5 element bonus, it's gonna do even more elemental damage than this one does. I can't wait! Nobody will finally be 60! I know I'm being so excitable and like I've been saying it so many times, but this is such a cool moment for me. Imagine how long this has been taking! Like, 1 or 2 episodes every 3 weeks. It's been taking me months to reach this point. It would be like leveling to 60 in WoW Classic at this point, with this pacing. Of course it's gonna be an exciting moment to get to 60. And really, all the money that I invested into this gear, it's better be worth it. I honestly have to do a damage test. Obviously, I will do a damage test with this character. Otherwise, it would not be enough. Damn, that's one heavy-hitting mage, even with Mental Strike. Yeah, mages are pretty sick in this game too. Of course, that guy I think is buffed. But there is the power into it, just because mages are built to be heavy hitters. But the thing about mages is that even though they are very strong at these levels, they do kind of like start falling down a bit going forward at later levels. Because when crit builds start to kind of take over, crit scaling just goes off the charts. Mage spells just don't have as much kick to it anymore. The scaling doesn't just like match up with it. And so mages like in 1v1 at least start to kind of feel a bit underwhelming. But for a good while, they're actually very good and cannot really be beaten in terms of damage, so a really sick class to be starting with, and it's very cheap too. Simply because like Flyff is so focused on the 1v1 aspect, like a lot of people like the crit builds. Mages are not that popular, but they're definitely one of the best starting classes you could go for, if you didn't mind the no crits and more spellcasting focused gameplay. Because the thing about playing a 1v1 like Noben is just like that, you know, how it's just a brain melt. All you gotta do is just click twice and you can do it. You can even just click once if you go to the game settings or in the controls, I think. Yeah, single click to attack. If you don't need to know what enemy is in question, you can just click once and can go. It's such a breeze. Right, my buffs are about to run out, sadly. So I think I have to go back to get myself new buffs. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back real quickly, get myself some new buffs and come back here. Actually put myself on addict mode, so people don't think I'm AFK, in case somebody wants to contact me. I had this very bad habit that I never remember to change my moodlets whenever I'm on any kind of social media, including the game itself. I do try to keep it on track of it and like respond to how I am, but it always leaves my mind to do it. So whenever I'm like, do not disturb or like here AFK, it just sticks with me, even if it isn't true anymore. I just notice it in a delay when I'm like, look through my friend list and I'm like, oopsie, no, that's not true anymore. I'm sorry for lying to your face. Yeah, I thought the guy would be around a bit longer, but yeah, that getting those buffs did do a little bit of a number on me. But that's okay. We still managed to benefit a lot out of it, and we are already almost 59 here. The good thing is that we are still on schedule here, like I said, about 50% per 30 minutes. We're about to reach the 30-minute mark and we're at 96%, so we have been going a bit above our schedule thanks to the buffs. So this is a worthy trade-off. I get to empty out my inventory and I got to have some buffs in return. But yeah, buffs or not, the work still is ahead of me, so I cannot stop just because of that. Yeah, there we go, level 59. We can turn in the droils now, but that is not necessary. We can just turn this in a bit later. I could opt in for more crit chance, or I could opt in a little bit more damage. I think I'll take the crit chance though. We don't need the damage too much. And that damage is not enough to really change my situation with the vaults here. Our final XP gains are 0.17 XP roughly per kill. A little bit under 0.1692. So with normal situation, I would be getting about 0.11 XP per kill. That is incredibly slow. But we got this in the bag, don't we, guys? We can do this. Super weird why the leader isn't using gift box. By the way, why are you not using gift box on a party? Wait, what is that? Crit axe. Oh, that's lucky. Hold on. Hold the phone. More damage. Yeah. More crit chance. I don't need hit rate. 6 shotting. 0.17. What about the Elder Guards here? No, it doesn't make up for it. I can like, is it 9 shot these things? But that isn't quite enough. 9 shots and 0.20 versus 6 shots and 0.17. I think the maths is clear here. It would make sense if I got only 0.13 at Captain Volts, then it would be kinda okay, but yeah, these things are not on my scope here, sadly. I was expecting to do a lot more with this, but I guess, like, me lacking the actual element on this has a little bit of an impact. Or maybe the level gap. No, the level gap is barely anything. It shouldn't matter too much. Because Giftbox is less NPC drops. Oh, really? Interesting. Actually, I never knew that. Is there statistical evidence about that? Because I like to, you know about these things, especially because the game is such a niche. There isn't really much information to go around, which is also why I make guides. But that is a pretty cool axe, though. If I wasn't gonna already have Guardian axes, that would definitely be the axe I would go for. Maybe add some more electric myself to add the electric damage bonus. Because I think the main reason why the damage isn't so high is because even though it does have electric on it, the electric bonus that this has isn't actually something that adds elemental attack here, as you can see here. It only adds the element effect, so the 30% flat increase. But the bonus elemental damage boost you would get from adding your own element is missing. So both on the level gap and also the fact that it's missing the actual element, it kind of like adds up to the lower damage. That is quite sad though. Hey there, you got Blade? Yeah. How so? Oh, sweet! Well, good luck on reaching level 60. He's 59 too, that's sick. It's I searched today. It's a hard grind, but you'll make it! Oh, by the way, that's an electric weapon. Go kill Elder Guards. You'll probably get there faster. Normal blue ones. They're weak against electric. Fun! Man, I just love how I can just do such a fleeting little health there. Just by existing. Just having a quick look at his gear. I bet he's gonna like tell me in a minute like, dude, that is such sick advice. I had no idea. Man, being a god YouTuber is so sick. You just know everything, basically, by doing your research. And then you can just use that information to help others. And I mean, I gotta be honest, like, there is a surprising amount of people, even at past level 60, that don't know about elements yet. I've been teaching a few people, like, plates that if you just add a couple elements to your weapons, you can do just so much damage. And whenever they do, they just, have complete change in gear. Their whole gameplay just goes in second gear. It's very incredible to see that. I remember, like, when I first helped this one guy, all I did was tell them how elemental upgrading works and how it works for blades. Like, main hand is your element, even if you have 2 weapons, the offhand element doesn't matter. So when I told them that, and they tried out the weapons against the enemy, they wanted to be strong against electric enemies for Larynchasm, so they got themselves Earth. I think they also got themselves Wind for Earth, so like they would also be good for Rise's Catacombs. So when I told them that, and I told him to try it out on cranes, because there's like both electric and Earth in there, he was just godsmacked how much damage that was. And this other time, I showed this one guy like how to get some budget gear for like just a couple million, and after that his damage is basically doubled, and it's been leveling so well ever since. He was actually first skilling, which is why I picked him up and be like, wait, what are you doing, buddy? You're not skilling as a blade. No way. And once I told him that and showed him what to do, he just never even looked back into skilling again. And I feel so happy to be responsible for helping people to play the game, especially at later levels when leveling already is so slow. Whatever you can do to make your leveling progress a lot faster is just a bliss. When you have a character that feels good, then playing the game feels good. It's all about your character at that point. So me educating people on how to make their character feel the best possible is one of a vocational thing for me. Something of an honor-bound duty for me to carry on. That's the reason why my damage dropped. My flask ran out. Well, that's still gonna change anything for the Elite Guards. I still do comparatively more damage to Captain Volts. I'm kind of like against the idea of using amps anymore at this point. We already got 67%, and I won't even need that much anymore if I want to level up. So even like just one extra amp is like overdoing it. Then again, we are playing on time here. We'll have to see about that. What is my EXP when the amp runs out? Because we can basically calculate our pace from there. We still got like just about 2 hours. If I don't need even another hour to do this, then why would I be using another amp for it? All I gotta do is to reach 77% XP. I only need 60% XP. That would also mean I would drop all the other consumables too. Or I could even be using even one of my lower upcut stones. I mean, I got a bunch of those. I mean, I don't think those are even too expensive, are they? Oh yeah, low upcut stone is only like 720k. and it's for 1 hour. That is definitely worth it. And because I get definitely more than 720k per hour, so I can actually, you know, fund that just fine. Of course, it's like less for me on like other investments, but damage, dude, I think that's like very important at this moment. Okay, that guy's coming this way. Guess I'll go and kill these ones then. Another important skill to leveling with others in the same area is also just, you know, kind of like routing. You don't try to stack on the same exact monsters as the other one is. If you notice that someone is taking that direction, you go the other direction, so you won't be bothering each other and causing more discomfort to each other than is necessary. There is definitely room for more than just one person, so don't have to be too greedy about having everything for yourself. And honestly, I don't even want to know how other channels are like. Usually they are just filled with bots. Kinda want to check it out how it's here as well. I can bet I can see a lot of like Moonbeam assist just grinding stuff in there. 50% to go. I actually calculated it so wrong last time when I said 1500 monsters. It was 750 monsters. It would be 1500 if it was like 0.10% XP, but I totally forgot it was 0.20 instead. So yeah, it would be like roughly 450 monsters in order to get to 77% at level 59 with my current XP gains. But with the amps going down, I don't know. But I'm guessing that with the amps, I'll get myself to maybe 40%. Then I would need another half hour to an hour to get myself to 77%, turning royals to 60. And then starts the second job change, which by itself is another pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm going down pretty much in the line that I'm getting like person a minute, but I'm actually going a bit beyond that. I think with the amp, I'll actually get to 45 to 50%. So it won't be much for me to go on without it. I can definitely do it without amps. Me using amps there will just be a waste. It will be a bit slower, of course, but I think it is better that I just do it without them. And I think we have enough time to do so without risking my own position here. I hope I won't come to regret the decision. That would surely be not good. The mob densities has been a little bit rough here. It could just be my bad pathing here as well, but I don't see so many captain vaults here now. They seem to be so far spread apart, but I think the magician is also doing a lot of contribution to that. Just killing a lot in the area. We're actually very often just like contesting on the same mobs. Not that either of us really want to do that to each other, but that's just how it is when we are stuck with the same monsters. And I don't honestly know, because they are using elemental neutral attacks. I don't know why they're specifically targeting captain vaults. I'm pretty sure they should have realized by now that I'm also using like a specific element. Because why else would I not be going for anything else than captain vaults? Why would I not just go also for normal vaults? Ooh, the Psykeeper almost came to this location. Yeah, I would rather keep this area to myself because I'm pretty much stuck to this area now. I'd rather not get myself picked out from here. I think this area that he's running at is actually better for spawns. But whatever I'm gonna work with, I guess. You know, it's coming here, so I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, there's a lot of mobs for me to kill here. Sounds like a lovely trade, man. Thank you. Gonna go this way while you're not looking. Oh, that's for my party! Hey! Nice! Oh, hey! Well, I wasn't expecting this. Glad to have somebody else around. Free XP and company. Good luck reaching level 60. Man, it's so fun to see others, like, also close to 60. Just, like, sharing the same joy. Okay, so I'm running my consumes on my last minute. I'm actually just about to reach 50%, so I actually went a little bit above my own estimate here. So yeah, definitely not using amps. We can go through this in just about 30-40 minutes, and then we can just start moving on to the job change quest. After that, we'll have roughly 1 hour left for it, which should be more than enough. What I think I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use an upcut stone, and then I'm gonna use a regular power scroll. Because the regular one, I need to upgrade those to higher tier anyway. And just using those with the amps just sounds so underwhelming. Right, so let me use the low upcut stone here and this one. And we're gonna be going with a slightly less damage or slightly less XP for the rest of the run. I don't have quite enough damage to 7-shot these, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, there is not enough damage to 7-shot these. Actually, I'm now at 8 shots. Oh, yeah, it's 7 shots. It's 7 shots. Cannot quite 6-shot this, sadly. So, what I think I might do here is I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna go face the drillers. 7 shots and about 0.11 XP, correct? Yeah, 0.11, 25. 6 shots and 0.9 something. It seems to actually be less than 0.9. It's like somewhere 0.8 something on our upper half. But I kind of 5-shot these though. So with that logic, I think I can make it. I think I'll stick at drillers for the rest of it. But that's again only as long as my strength potion lasts here. After that, I might have to consider a switch here. Oh wait, hold on. I can still make some space here. Hold on. I can drop off the food to loot some more trash before I go to town. While my potion is still active. Right, yeah, so I'm gonna waste my food to make myself some more space. Yeah, now it's looking pretty good. I could also drop the egg, but I think it's still worth selling. So I think I'm not gonna drop it. As for the mental necklace and the interring is definitely worth something. I'm gonna keep it. +3. And the mental necklace. Oh, hello. Stats. 37 added strength and 79 added dex. But mainly it's because of my set and my weapon. Yeah. My weapon has an element to it, which makes me do extra damage to electric mobs. Oh, 1v1 knight? Nice. It's actually pretty viable with the sword and shield skills. Apparently they're pretty decent. If you don't get hit rate from somewhere else, you should definitely add dex. Otherwise, you're missing half your attacks. Okay, two-handed works too. Honestly, usually people just make fun of two-handed weapon knights. I'm not really sure if they're really that bad, but at least in the beginning, they don't hold up to the DPS that other classes do. I see often 1v1 knights use sword and shield instead, but you should follow your heart. Whatever you think is coolest is still not unplayable. Oh, which part you didn't understand? Ah, right. It stands for damage per second. But in this case, well, you can just read it as damage for now. Well, yeah, that definitely does with your hit rate. How so? I think combat is just fine. You might be a little squishy, but you're a knight. You should be fine. Yeah, but do you need HP? If you can find a decent recurrent set too, then that's okay. But +6 set is definitely something you should hold on to. And unless you need the attack speed, I think Comet's set is still better for damage. I'm still going Recurrent though because I have no buffs. Oh my god! Cruiser suit! That's worth 10 million! What the? Oh my god! That's sick, bro! That's so sick, bro! Well, I just got a bit richer now. Thank you. Whoopsie. But hey, you gotta stick with Kometsu. Knights are tanky anyway. If you need more durability, get a better HP necklace or maybe stamina rings. Just wanna be a knight because I have also all classes then. Oh, nice. What's your main? Oh, what level? Oh, damn. That is pretty impressive. Nice. No wonder you could afford a +6 set. Full strength. Cool. What level set does he wear? I mean, the 75 set, but what upgrade level? Oh, really? Playing on mobile with alts until you get a better one? Yeah, that sucks. This game doesn't work really all that well with mobile. Yeah, mercenaries are sick. Don't worry, 1v1 knight also has its place. I'm saying it's not the best DPS probably, but I think it can still be pretty good. Give it good gear and it'll flow. Well, Baving is off to his job change quest. Oh, now he wants me as his friend. I did gather up quite a bit of friends on my journey though. Some off screen, some on screen, but yeah, I got a pretty good list here. Yeah, thank you. Soon trademark. Man, even though I've been talking here, like not running amps and stuff though, I've been surprisingly fast. I'm already at 63%. It's been like, you know, just about the 10 minutes I was talking about. Like, I'm even going a little bit below my own expectations here probably. Which is insane in my opinion. I'm now actually 6-shotting these things because my flask dropped out. Maybe there could be some sort of a future in just going for vaults instead, but I don't really bother switching anymore. I'm fine with this. I don't think it's gonna change the situation too much. Bro, another suit. Okay, it's a Pangirl suit, but another suit. Seriously. Noben's getting all the luck right now. Noben, you were destined to be rich. You were destined to be someone who can afford their items. I definitely have to go to town really soon with this. And I'm really sorry about the sound in the background. That guy, for some reason, just like casting Resurrection all the time for some reason. I'll actually try changing channels for a bit, so I'll actually have some kind of peace here. I just hope there's not too many bots in here. Oh. It's actually surprisingly quiet. There is somebody fighting though. There's loot in here. Well, it's gonna fill up my inventory, so let's go sell the stuff and claim my prize. I think my price here is gonna be about 2 million. But yeah, looking at this though, we got the cruiser suit, we got the hyper boots. We even got hyper boots with strength and dexterity. That's gonna be worth a lot. Oh my god, 3 strength. I can sell this for like 5 million at least. What the hell? No, but why are you getting rich suddenly? You're already too rich, man. I don't need this stuff. But well, cool. We got 7 greens. Pangreal helmet, Pangreal suit, Misty boots, Misty gauntlet, Theba helmet, Cruiser suit, Hyper boots with stats. Oh, baby, and Hyper stick and 2 accessories. These are really filling out my inventory here, but it's not like I will need to have inventory slots open up for too long. I don't think I have enough time to fill out my inventory another time here. After all, I only need like 12% XP. Oh yeah, he's back. So this guy was fighting here. They're using a Guardian Knuckle though. I wonder if they're actually doing their job quest or they're actually a BP. Oh yeah, they're actually doing their job quest. Good luck on becoming BP. I don't think they would be a bot now, would they? They would be AFKing otherwise. Well, I don't mind just grabbing that axe from the ground as well. Free money, so to the better hands they go. Yeah, I can like pretty much keep the pace of like 1% a minute at this rate. Oh, the guy's leaving. I can actually have this whole place for myself. For the last few minutes or the last few percentages I need here, I'm gonna be in total peace and I can make the most out of the zone here. Alright, we are officially on our last percentage needed. It has been a fairly long 1.5 hours of grinding roughly, maybe a little bit less than that, but we are about to reach the point where we have been looking to reach for the past few months. Noben will finally reach the goal that I has been looking forward to reaching this entire time. The moment we have all been waiting for, and that's reaching level 60. The moment I hit 77%, I can go back to town, turn in royals, and once that happens, I'll get 23% XP, and if you count it all in, 77% plus 23%, the answer is 100%. It will be time. And in fact, it is the time. There we go. So now we're gonna go back, but before that, we're gonna actually go back to channel 1. I want it to be in the place full of people, not in the eerie banner darken that won't have any players in it because, well, I'm not in channel 1. But man, what an adventure. So much leveling to have been done. But now the leveling journey is over. All we gotta do is do the last push. So for that, we're gonna grab one of these. And also, these. Gonna grab the might here. I'll grab one of the axes. I guess I'll grab this electric axe. I don't have any particular reason to do so, but I'll do it. And then in the guild warehouse, there's also the upper might here that I need. There we go. So, alright, the royals. Right. I need 2. Actually, first turn these in. Then I'll take this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the time we have all been waiting for. And it is the moment that Noben reaches level 60. It is one click away that we have reached our goal. So, let the fireworks run! We have reached level 60! Woo! Noben, it has been a long journey for you. But you freaking did it, buddy. You have grown as a man so much. I'm so proud of you. No player, no owner could ever be any prouder, as if they would be proud of their own son. So let's just finalize the deal, put in whatever that we still need to. There is still the pep one I can put on, I just remembered. So let's put on the attire and go do the last push. Now I could already be putting the Recorn set on, but currently it's actually a lot less weaker than the Comet set is. So I'm gonna use this until I do my job change here. So you think you're ready to become a Blade? It isn't easy, but since you made it this far, I think you're up to the challenge. First, a simple test of your skills in the combat to see if you're qualified. Go to Keeper and hunt down 20 drillers. Not the small ones or the giants, just regular drillers. That should be easy enough. Well, first of all, you got a very nice outfit. But also, I was just killing literally thousands of them. So could I just like, you know, show my little hunter badge here? I've killed 1,403 drillers. Is that not enough? Do I really have to go kill 20 again? Man, you're such a killjoy. Oh well, we're gonna go do it. But before we do that though, I'm actually gonna grab those blink wings that we need. Because of course, I still haven't bought myself those damn town blink wings. Gonna buy 50 of these, but I'm also gonna buy 50 of these. There we go. 250k, it hurts a bit, but these are so convenient to have. So, it is time we did the job change quest. Put my last remaining points on something. Don't get anything with dexterity, so I guess I'm finally putting points to strength after such a long time. And yeah, no skills for me to use for now. But yeah, as you can see here, Guardian Axe has definitely earned its title of being unique and a very strong weapon. It has even more crit chance than the Muskrat that Cutter had. And as I said, this thing has 240 to 280 damage by base. So we have basically added, comparing to this, about 100 damage in power. Now, of course, there's the difference that my element won't be the best one for this, so I will actually probably do less damage on Drillus, ironically. But this thing, oh, it's a killer. And we will be using this weapon to fight off the final enemy that awaits us in Guardian. Because after all, it is not elemental. Of course, Guardian Axe is gonna be my best weapon against that foe. But yeah, even though it might sound a little bit crazy to be still going with the Comet set, it won't be for too long. I'll need to do the +5 upgrading of the Recorn set in just a bit, but I'll do that after I get to my blade. I could do it now too, I guess, but I kinda want it to be as a blade. You know, I just want this to be a blade thing. I like, when I actually turn into a blade, I want the Recorn set to just, you know, be a big part of it. Of course, I'll be wearing the Comet set for a little bit, but I'll just go upgrade it, put the Recorn set on, and then we're good to go. It won't be a big detour, trust me. We have so much money. If we fail making the set +5, I'm actually surprised. Right, so Drillus, what is my normal damage against you? 1955. Yep, the Master Grip Cutter is better for this. Yeah, about 300 more damage. It is understandable, the elemental difference, but I'm surprisingly close to the damage, even without having the right element. That's just how strong the Guardian Axe is. If the Guardian Axe was like right element, I would probably be doing like 3k. It's Pilly! I know this guy from my Ringmaster. I wonder if they know about my series, by the way. I know they know my YouTube channel. Would it be sick if they actually recognized me? I'm actually like drawing a bit closer. Nah, I don't think they recognized me, sadly. But that's okay. Maybe one day they can say that I actually met this guy while I was playing. Oh. Hey! Oh my god, he actually recognized me! How are you? Doing good, thank you. Just doing my job change quest. Well, I'm already done here, but I guess I can amuse him for just a little bit. Already finished what I came to do here, though. What you're gonna become? A bill poster. No, a blade. I don't have this Guardian Axe for nothing. There's another one sitting at the bank, waiting for me. I'm on my last rides. I finally reached 60. But alright, the camera's rolling and my time is ticking. I should probably get going before I get the wrath of the neighborhood. I can see that. Not a bad idea though. Ranges are pretty consistent. Thank you. And good luck to you. That's for sure. Alright. Until next time. Alright, let's go back to the Blade Master. We got no time to waste. I only got 51 minutes before it's gonna be quiet time, so I'm a little bit playing on the time here, but hey, I'm willing to risk it if it's for Noben. The man deserves everything. Earring of Heron, this was very close by, it was at the Hoppers. All we gotta do is fly over here, where all the rhythms and stuff reside in. Beyond there is a gate, which is the Darkened Tree, and in there, right on the first pool we see, is the Earring of Heron. I think the easiest one is for the Knights. The helmet that they need for their job change is literally behind the quest office in here, so it's literally just like a couple steps away, and then I have to go to Flaris. But we have to then meet the Blade Wiseman Grabril, which is over here at the Fountain of Dead Person, which is a very high quality translation, don't you think? I always wanted to see the Fountain of Dead Person. Not a deceased individual or dead patriarch or a dead, I don't know, dead king. No, just dead person. That is very historically monumental, if you ask me. But hey, I won't be questioning that. That's their decision to name it like that. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, let's go back to Flaris, or now to Flaris, not back. We haven't been there for a long time, and turn this in. I wonder if my Upcut Stone and my Power Skull is gonna be enough for the final showdown. Will 70 minutes be enough? I don't know. It's gonna be a tight race, honestly, but I think it will be just fine. There we go. I had to go see Ata, which is over in Flaris for some reason. I also remember this part about Ata, but it could have been changed, or then I just haven't done the blade job change in such a long time. But I've done this so many times, it kind of feels weird for me to not recognize this. Yeah, I do not remember this at all. Okay, now we have to go to Brecken, yes, we have to go to talk to the Blade Priest. But we have the first skill, Shakalpion, which is in State Morning. I think I could be using Blinkwing of Madrigal for this one as well, as this is very close to the Iblis dungeon, but I think we're gonna just take the safe flight there, as then it could also be just replicated in case somebody also wants to use this as reference when they wanna do their job change quest for blades. So after our flight we go, and after that we can actually, wait, before we go, because now we can use the Village of Khan teleport with the Town Blinkwing. We can get very close to Guardian here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna grab the stuff that I have here now. I already have another Black Keen helmet here, so I don't want to need that. But I'll grab the Black Keen boots, as I'm gonna be using that as my reference material for later. Actually, I'm gonna also grab the Recorn set. I'm not gonna wear it properly, but I'm gonna put it on at Guardian. Just so we get to see the final visage at least once. We just have to put the display on there. And also, if you're gonna be a blade, we're gonna need the other weapon. Otherwise, the form will not be complete. Yeah, so we gotta go all the way over there. I could be cutting through here, but I believe that we will be met by no-fly restrictions unless we go a little bit around. Because for some reason, this mountain here, you cannot fly over it. There are like these no-fly signposts all around. I don't know why they made these areas, to be honest, but they exist, and this mountain is one of them. Chacalpian is somewhere along the mountain. It's kind of like on the surface level of the no-fly zone, but we can still like get fairly close to it by just flying, as long as we don't like fly right to the front here. Yeah, you can see all those signposts just like being there. They're just very intimidating. But if you just like, you know, cut by, don't go past the signpost, we'll be okay. All right, so now we are just about close to the location of Chacalpian, so we can just slide through here. And we will fall off our boards, but here he is. We don't have to walk too much. And this one, even though it is level 60, it is a piece of cake. Easy. Now, with that done, let's go actually back to Villager Khan, where we will meet the Blade Priest. And the Blade Priest, of course, is gonna lead us to our final mission, killing the Venal Guardian. It's gonna be one hell of a tough fight, but it is something we must do in order for us to ascend. This one itself can be a little bit tricky, though. Like, this is in Brecken here, and this place is filled with Shuhama. Level 100 monsters, basically. And if I take a misstep, I could get myself killed. If there is any raids around the corner. I hope there aren't, but you never know. The game might gang up on me, sadly. Oh, thank you. Blade. Do you still need a comet suit, by the way? He was asking for my comet suit earlier. I didn't mention in my comments before that, or in my video, that I would just give it away. And I think I could do just that. Since he was first on the initiative, I guess I could give it to them. Alright. I might give it out a bit later. I promise so. In my video. Yes. Now is the last mission. We have to get the Venal Guardian. And once we finish it, talk to the Blade Guardian, we will get the skill points, inventory spaces, and of course, our newly acquired job. I'll have to go a little bit around here because we don't want to fly through the no-fly zone. Actually, you know what? Let's do this the traditional way. Just to make this, you know, a little bit more dramatic. Let's go through the gates. The gates to Guardian. Oh, I mean, my buffs are refreshing. They know. Look at that. Beautiful. Here we are. Oh, your remaster's there? I'm actually about to be at Venal, but sees your support. I shall face the challenge myself. I'll be done before then. Alright, so somebody would love to help me, but I think Noben has to do this himself, so let's go, baby! Yeah, this isn't too hard, honestly. We got more than enough HP to do this, guys. Noben is kicking his ass. He's taking a bit of his life. He started to get a little bit enraged, but that is okay. We got more than enough HP to cover for him. Even if he crit us, we would still be okay. Got some blade. Thank you. You may come visit on the platform if you want. Right, that is done. We are just one click away to become a blade. This is really it, guys. This is it. In just under a minute, I will be at my journey's end. I will have reached my destination. And there is no longer anything for Noben to do, or anything else for me to teach you. Not only Noben, but every single one of you that has been watching this series, you have been learning a lot about the game through me, through my guidance, and most importantly, also through my guides. So at this point, I believe that every single one of you, at least most of you, should be a much better player than you first were when you started this game. I hope that my guidance has been of most use to you, and I hope that this will help you on your path beyond 60. So thank you. It is with my greatest honor, and thanks to also all of you, that Noben has finally reach the end of the road. Congratulations on becoming a blade, Noben! Woo! So with that being said, let's put everything together. So first of all, we notice that our stats are gone. That's okay. We're gonna fix those later, but not now, because we don't know yet what stats we'll need. We're gonna first get our axes together. Would you look at that, guys? Noben is looking really incredible. He's got 2 axes. Looks just the part. But lastly, we also have another thing to do here. We have to put on the recorn set. And that is pretty much the way Noben is gonna be looking in his finale. Noben in his purest form, wearing his beautiful, beautiful outfit, axes, and his cloak. And last thing to top it off is that, what if this guy was actually wearing traditional blade armor, which I really would want to see. This is something along the lines of how it would look like. Of course, we cannot put the suit and the gloves yet on, because they need level 61 and 62. But imagine this guy wearing something like this, a gray and white armor through his entire body. Honestly, I would love to see that. But I don't think that's gonna happen because there is no proper blade set. But maybe in the future. Maybe in the future, if I ever personally put Noben into a higher level, maybe I can do a transmog. But alas, right now it is not possible. What we have right now is the recorn set. We're looking absolutely fantastic. But before we can move on to our final testing, let's get the set first into top shape. We got all the tools available to us right now. We got all the money we need in order to make this happen. So all it needs is a little effort, time, and money. And Noben is gonna be ready. So right now, without any kind of a set going on, any set bonus, I only have 80% hit rate. But this will be fixed when I get this recon set to +5. First of all, let's grab whatever we have already reserved for this process. We have the 73 low spros, which will be enough. We have materials and minerals, which will not be enough. And lastly, we have the dice boxes, I think. Yes, here. Let's see what dice we're gonna get. We got Power Dice 4s. Great, that was exactly what we needed. So that saves us some money. Power Dice 8s are not worth much, so I'm not gonna bother with those. But next up, we're gonna also need to worry about what dices here are the cheapest. And also, where do we get the cheapest emeralds and minerals? Oh, I already moved out on the Darken. But we can meet up in a bit after I get my set in shape. Very lovely how somebody actually gets to also be a part of this live. It's a little bit indirect, not so close by. But still the fact that they get to be a part of this experience. And also, yes, Tash, Nick, you get to be a part of the video. You shall be forever just immortalized in my video. How about that? Okay, so 140k dice, 3k Irons, and 2.8k minerals. So I'm gonna buy 500 of these. 500, thank you for your service. I'm just gonna be very gaudy and buy 30 of these. We already spent like 7 million on this, but that's okay. That is to be expected. So, just for the time being, I'm putting the combat set back on, so I will be completely naked doing this. Now, I expect that this should work the way... It should work like this. Even if a failed item will suffice, because it's only +2. Up until +3, this is okay. You can do this without any upgrade menus. You can just use the dice on it. You will use the money, you will use the materials. But +3 will work just fine by hand. You don't have to use low spros in the menu. Although, I guess low spros would increase the chance of it. Yeah, I'll actually do that. Seems like my luck is not the best right now. So let me just put the suit in there. Let me actually just, you know... Yeah, let me do +3 first, just so we can get that out of the way. And this is a bit faster this way too. +3. Thank you. Nice, everybody's noticing me reaching this level. So those are +3. I need this on +3 as well. I failed +0. Kidding me? Not that the series, mate. You're not the first person to tell me that. Got us on a 140 blade. Bro, you're crazy. That's gonna be a lot of episodes. That little fun out of the way, though. Let's actually get on to +5. This is gonna be very risky. It's gonna go back and forth because of low spros, maybe. It's gonna go to +3, then maybe +2, and then it's gonna go to +4 again, maybe. And eventually, after a few moments of luck and strokes, we'll get to +5. I already ran out of materials, my god. Okay, so I'm gonna buy a lot more then. I'm gonna just buy myself another 1,000. So that's already like going beyond this price scope. And we're going 69, dude. And another 1,000 materials. Ooh, that's already been 30 million just for the upgrades. See you in a bit. Don't worry, guys. There's nothing gonna be happening. Okay, yeah. This is very scary now. I'm actually a little bit scared of my money here. Do I have enough money to make this +5? Okay, that's one item finally on +5. Maybe I'll be luckier with the helmet. Okay, let me get the more dice. The guy selling the dice was... Did the shop disappear? Well, the cheapest dice are now gone, sadly. But that's okay. We still got the 145k shop, probably. No way. I think they got sold out. Yikes. I'm not having the best dice luck right now. Okay, I'm gonna look around a bit. I'm gonna go check the other towns. I'm not gonna play with these prices. We got the suit to +5 already, so we are looking pretty good so far, but it will depend heavily on how the market is gonna treat us. Dice, 160k. Might be the cheapest I have right now. Oh, that's much break up 10k. I'll take it. I think I'm gonna buy these dice here. I'm gonna buy 20 of these for now. And I'm gonna go check same morning as well, just in case. But I think that might be the cheapest dice we have in here. Yeah, this place is a joke, man. I should have never even expected same morning to be worth something. Let's go back to Darken because that's our grinding spot. If you need more, we're just gonna go to Flyers to buy some because the other dice are like near 200k or even beyond. Oh, there's 160k's here too. Okay. Well, we don't have to move anywhere then. Yeah, we still got 10 million. I'm hoping this will work out the way we want it to, but we'll have to honestly see. +5 can either take 2 upgrades or 20 upgrades. There we go. It's done. Then the gloves. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. Okay, one last thing. We only need the boots. Alright, come on, +5. Yes! We are done. Okay, awesome. Now, I would honestly love to make also a piercing here while we're at it, but piercing is kind of hard. If we fail this, we're gonna lose quite a bit of money. We could have honestly done this if we had like multiple Recorn suits here. We could have like tried to juggle between, tried to like lucky pierce one. We don't have enough money, even if we bought a cheap pro, because the piercing also needs 1 million. So we don't have enough money to do it right now. But hey, we got the Recorn set though. I can make that upgrade a bit later if I want to. But we've right now got the final form of Noben. Him wearing the +5 Recorn set. And with this, we have gotten 15% hit rate. And we are doing just fine on dex attack speed here. We need just a little bit more. But honestly, the attack speed is pretty good, all things considered. So base attack speed is 79%. I just finished upgrading. Gonna be with you in just a bit. As we have... Oh, we are right. Now that we also have the blade skills here. Right now, there isn't anything we need here, but Berserk. Right here. Here we have Berserk skill at 65, which would be a very good thing skill to get because of the extra damage and the attack speed bonus. And the block penetration, but right now, we cannot do it obviously. But any other skills, maybe the AoE would be okay. The AoE over here, with good strength scaling, this could be good. But any other skills as a blade aren't really that necessary. So I think I'm not gonna bother with those, but I do want to get myself the weapon skills, while I still have the chance to do them. We might as well open up the way and, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Right. Now, we need some dexterity. We're gonna want to get at least a 40% hit rate, and we also want to get ourselves the first dex break. There we had it. Do we got more? This is the bare minimum for us, 53 dex. And if you go all the way to strength here, we'll go from 14, 16 to what it is, 83. 14, 16 to 1936. But first, before we do that, oh, whoopsie. Let me first do this. So we're now on the dex break point. When would we get another dex break? Would it be possible, or would it take too much points? It's there. 76. Honestly, pretty salty. That would leave us very little strength to work with. We could put the points here, we'd get to 1680, but I think honestly, because of Berserk, we'll actually be managing just fine. And, yeah, I think we can also work out our attack speed in the future. But for now, I think I'm gonna go with just one dex break, and I'll put the rest in here for strength. We have just enough hit rate to work this out. We got decent crit rate. I think this will do just fine. I'll lock in Noben stats with this. There we go. Alright, this isn't part of my program, but I'm about to go test out my damage anyway. So do you want the honors of being my buff assistant? To show full potential. Maybe we can see the video this weekend. Meet me at Elder Guards. Do not buff me yet once you reach, though. I want to test out my damage normally, and then see how ridiculous it gets with buffs. And we're gonna do this with no party. We're gonna get the as genuine stats as we can here. No red scroll, nothing. Just pure Noben. No bonuses, aside from the pink balloons. But that's all we're having. And we got 50 minutes, which is just enough for me to do this without causing a ruckus. One super fast board. Alright. Alright, I think I'll have time to do damage testing normally by the time you're here. So yes, we're gonna do two pieces of testing. First of all, we have the electric weapon. We have optimized our characters so that we have a weapon that is good for water and good for earth. Because we're gonna be seeing from level 60 above, we're gonna be seeing a lot of water and earth. We have earth here, we have water here, earth. That is not earth, but if you go to Darkened Tree, there's also enemies over here that use earth. So we can transition from Green Monks to here, from Captain Boost over here, from Hoppers over here. We have a pretty much a smooth sail all the way to level 80 monsters. Which will be the time already when we'll get our new weapons. You can meet me in Cranes. I'll go there in a bit. So, the question is, how much damage does Noben do now without any buffs? We no longer need protection. We don't use a shield. But let's give this a go. My god, he's hitting so hard. Nope, no party, nothing else. Just pure Noben. Now that is some sick damage, let me tell you. But yeah, this is my raw damage without anything. And that's like with level 3 level gap. So that's not like too much of a gap. I think this is as close to my natural damage as it can get. And these are the enemies we'll be fighting at first. Like if I was to be playing as a blade here at level 60. I'll need to catch up a little bit before I go to Cranes because Cranes are 67. They're a little bit tough and I won't be doing too much damage to them. So this is a good start. That's the normal Elder Guard damage and I'm gonna have my Ringmaster here at Cranes. I could be using my own Ringmaster for this too, but since somebody else wanted to do the honors, I think I'll take it. And I mean, honestly, this wasn't my intention to even use a Ringmaster, but since we get the chance to, why not? We get to see what we'll be doing when we're at our finest. Let me actually invite Showtime so we can actually see each other. So again, as I mentioned before, when we're talking about blades using weapons, the thing about elements is very different. We cannot just be like thinking that whichever weapon is fine in whichever hand. It isn't like every weapon, or both weapons that you have, count towards the elemental effect you have. What actually matters here is that you're using the weapon that is strong against the element on your main hand. Right now I have a wind weapon, but because I'm not wearing it on the right hand, I don't do much damage. I'm doing absolutely horrible damage. But if we switch the weapons here, we can notice here that our damage just suddenly flips up a lot. And our damage went basically double from that because we're now using the right element. So your element is always dictated by your main hand weapon. So keep that in mind. Now, we're fighting against Captain Crane Machinery, which are 8 levels higher, so could be doing more damage, more closer to what I did at Elder Guards. But because of my little damage reduction here caused by the level gap, I am not doing as much. But that's okay, because we'll soon be doing our finest. Alright, do your thing. Let's put the damage to the test. Let's see what kind of damage we can expect with some Ringmaster buffs. Almost 100% attack speed. Not quite, but close enough. Alright. It's showtime. And this is Noben's power when his Ringmaster buffed. Oh my god, 3.8k normal attacks. 4.3k kit right there, 2.1k, 3.8k. As you may notice here, the second hand weapons always do nearly double the damage. Every second shot is like 3.6k, every first shot is like 2.1k. So we're doing some incredible damage here. And mind you, yes, that is with the level gap. We're gonna try Elder Guards again in just a bit. But this is some potential right here. We could go for small cranes and already notice an improvement here. If I go there. Here we go, 2.3k, 4.3k. Or actually, I don't know. Yeah, 2.3k and 4.4k. My god. So yes, we are doing incredible damage. Alright, blades are sick. Back to Elder Guards. And mind you, this is still with a fairly weak set. I could make this Recorn set a lot stronger if I had more budget. But right now, I'm playing with the bare minimum. The most important thing is that I got my hit rate up. That's what I came here to do. The last trial here is to see how Elder Guards do. You ready? Let's see some damage. Alright. 2.1k, 4.6k. Oh my god. That just got shredded in like seconds. Hold on, I'm not using the right weapon. Let's see the real damage then. Woo! 3k to 5.2k. My god, that's damage. Those get shredded in 4 hits. Oh my god. Noben is an absolute killer right now. 3k, 5.3k. We got some incredible damage here. Noben is in his peak. Yeah. That is Noben at his final form. With that note though, I think that's it for now. Noben is finally ready. He has finished his road. Our journey here is finally over. Noben has reached his goal and his power at hand is just plain incredible. I wasn't sure how Noben would come out when I first started this series. I didn't know how much money I would have in hand, but we managed to actually afford Guardian weapons, not having to go with any cheaper alternatives. And we still got just so much more potential to be had. But yeah, I guess it's time we start ending this. Let me just move on to somewhere else safer. Alright, here we are at the cusp of crane machinery and garbage spiders. Garbage spiders, they're called nowadays. So we're pretty much still close by, but right now it's safe for us to stand where we are without being interrupted by enemies. But either way guys, thank you so much for joining the journey. Road to 60 is now completed. Noben is looking the best it could ever look. And I am pretty proud of my little boy here. And honestly, this is only the beginning for him. But for now, guys, thank you so much for following the series. Thank you for all your comments, for all your support, for loving the series as much as you have. Again, I love this as much as you did, only because you were there. I'll be making more Road to 60 videos, maybe in the future, or some other series, and on the other videos like my guides. I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. But until then, hold on. Until then, it's bye-bye.
Come back. Don't go. There's still so much for you to teach. Come back. It's not over yet. Come back.